taking refuge during his struggle with King Saul. The analogy here, of course, is that the Christians in this group apparently feel that they are under siege and that this group is their refuge, but then the place from which they plan their campaign, their assault to take back American culture.
In a Ziklag member briefing video that you obtained at ProPublica, one of Ziklag's spiritual advisors, Lance Wallnau, a Christian evangelist and influencer, laid out a plan to deliver swing states by using an anti-transgender message to motivate conservative voters who are exhausted with Trump.
If we can get the left to own their position on LGBTQ, the country's already drifted on the homosexual issue, but on transgenderism, there's a problem, and they know it. They're going to want to talk about Trump. Trump is indicted, the guy's a criminal, this and that. They're going to have riots in the street and all the kabuki theater. Meanwhile, if we talk about, it's not about Trump. It's about the parents and their children, and the state is a threat. When you get Governor Newsom or Governor Whitmer or Polis, your top three potential candidates for the future presidency of the United States, other than Kamala, you got these, when they're going to have to stand with their LGBTQ donors.
Right.
And so when they solidify that position, that's where they've gone too far.
So that's Lance Wallnau, a Christian evangelist and influencer. Andy Kroll, if you can talk about him, what he's saying, and who the other leaders of this are.
Lance Wallnau is maybe one of the most important Christian evangelist figures that maybe your audience hasn't heard of. He was one of the earliest Christian right leaders to endorse Donald Trump. We're talking way back in 2015 here. He popularized this notion that Donald Trump was a modern-day Cyrus, a sort of flawed but virtuous leader who would deliver victory for Christians. And that Cyrus idea really caught on, was a big reason that evangelicals turned out to such a big degree for Trump in 16, again in 20. Wallnau remains this bridge between the Christian right, Christian nationalism, and Trump world. Wallnau is one of a number of really influential and well-known people that are part of Ziklag. Some members that your audience might have heard of, the Green family, they're the family behind Hobby Lobby. Obviously, they've had a pretty big impact in trying to strike down parts of the Obamacare law back in the Obama presidency. The Uline family have donated to this effort. They are, of course, the billionaire office supply family out of the Midwest, major political donors to Republicans and to Donald Trump. And then another family is the Waller family, influential in Ziklag. They are the owners of the Jockey Apparel Company, which probably a lot of people have heard of, even if they haven't heard of this family. So you have a number of really wealthy, really influential, conservative Christian families in this group. They have the means to invest not just in political work, but also in this larger cultural transformation plan that Ziklag has really really organized itself around.
I don't know what's...
Andy, talk about more in depth these three programs, Checkmate, Steeplechase, and Watchtower.
Yeah, you see an almost sort of wraparound 360-degree approach to influencing the 2024 election.